Hello everyone! Today we're revealing WWF Raw is War from February 21st, 1998. The show starts with a big talking point from the previous night's No Way Out of Texas. There's a rumor going around that D-Generation X might sue Stone Cold Steve Austin over his actions toward China. More on that later. First match, Legion of Doom vs the Quebecers. Hawk and Animal start with their classic power moves, trading balls with the Canadians and showing why they are legends. Just when it looks like LOD are getting advantage, the New Age Outlaws show up with a dumpster, shoving Hawk inside and sit on the lid to watch the action. Animal grabs a chair and attacks the Outlaws, and both members of LOD chase them off, but the distraction leaves the Legion of Doom to lose via countout. It's a short but entertaining opener that gets the crowd invested right away. Next, we had Ken Shamrock vs Sniper, with Raycon at ringside and Jackie on commentary. Shamrock takes control early, countering Sniper's long reach with quick technical offense and mat work. Sniper wants a few big strikes and even sends Shamrock outside, allowing Raycon to help a bit, but Shamrock still fights back. He walks in the ankle lock for the top, showing why he's a top contender. After the match, Jackie subs Sniper in frustration for his poor performance, and Raycon tries to hold him back, but Sniper shoves Jackie and storms off, leaving his leader. After that, Mark Mero and Sable head down to the ring for an interview. Lawler asks about the tension from No Way Out, and Mero complains that while he was recovering from knee injury, he turned on Raw to see Sable wearing an Austin shirt, a move he didn't appreciate. He insists that Sable knows her place and denies being pushed, claiming he merely slipped. The drama escalates when a bouquet of flowers arrives for Sable, making Meru furious, and he demands to know who sent them. Sable grabs the flowers and shouts, "These are mine," before leaving the ring, leaving Meru confused. The segment adds depth in their relationship story while keeping fans invested in the ongoing feud. We continue with Jim Cornette coming out to address the fans. He rants about how WWF audiences claim to want real wrestling, but have ignored his NWA stars. Cornette introduces Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express, who are the NWA World Tag Team Champions, setting up a clash of old school versus WWF style match, which leads to NWA World Tag Team Championship match, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson versus the Headbangers. Tommy Young is the special guest referee as the Headbangers face off with the R&R Express. The match sees a mix of classic tag team psychology and high-impact moves, including double team maneuvers from the Headbangers. Ricky Morton hits a Manhattan drop and a flying chop, while Thrasher and Mosh counter with a double DDT and their signature stage dive powerbomb. The match ends in a disqualification when Mosh throws Gibson over the top rope, allowing Morton and Gibson to retain thanks to the old school NWA top rope rules. The second hour of the show starts with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin takes a moment to address any new viewers, referencing the China incident from No Way Out. She learned the hard way not to mess with him. He makes it clear that she is even lucky he was in such a good mood. Austin then talks about Shawn Michaels missing the pay-per-view, saying it doesn't bother him. He wants Michaels at his best for WrestleMania 14, because an ass kicking is an ass kicking no matter what. He also arms Mike Tyson, the special enforcer for WrestleMania. If Tyson sticks his nose in Austin's business, he'll take that gold tooth and make it into a whatever he wants. A necklace, a bracelet, a ring, you name it. Austin finishes the promo by putting on Jim Ross' hat and flipping off the crowd, before exiting the ring, leaving everyone hyped for what's next. Jim Ross reminds viewers that Mike Tyson will appear on Raw in 2 weeks in Cleveland. Then we had WWF European Champion Owen Hart taking on NWA North American Champion Jeff Jarrett, with Jim Cornette at ringside. Owen comes out strong, hitting high-flying moves and near falls, but Cornette keeps interfering to help Jarrett. Eventually, Owen crotches Jarrett on the ring post, hitting a missile drop kick, and walks in the sharpshooter, only for Cornette to break the hold, leading to a DQ finish. Owen quickly takes revenge with a sharpshooter on Cornette and scaring Jarrett off to end the segment. Next, Michael Hayes enters as Doc Hendrix, hyping up the crowd and referencing his world-class wrestling legacy. Just as Hayes gets the crowd going, Kane and Paul Bearer make their entrance. Kane demolishes Hayes with a choke slam and tombstone power driver, sending him out of the ring and reminding us he is an unstoppable force heading toward WrestleMania 14. After that, WWF White Heavyweight Tag Team match, Taka Michinoku and Agua vs Brian Christopher and Pirata Morgan. The match opens with high-speed exchanges, with Taka and Agua using their agility to gain the early advantage. Christopher and Morgan fight back with power moves, but the high-flying duo keeps taking the fight outside the ring. At the last moments of the match, Taka hits multiple moonsaults, counters, and finishes the match with the Michinoku driver on Morgan. Taka looked impressive, as always. We continue with Steve Blackman taking on Farouk, accompanied by the Nation of Domination. Before the match even starts, The Rock makes a show of unity, presenting Kama, Dio, and Mark Henry with solid gold Rolex watches. For Farouk, The Rock gives him a framed poster of himself, pricing him as the only man who can lead the nation. Farouk angrily throws the poster down, but then Steve Blackman enters. The match itself is short. Farouk hits the Dominator on Blackman, but The Rock is still holding up the poster, distracting him. When Farouk tries to use it as a weapon, The Rock grabs it back, leading to confusion. Blackman takes advantage with a surprise rope for the upset victory, further highlighting tension within the nation. After the match, Farouk destroys the poster in frustration, and the rest of the nation leaves The Rock alone in the ring to pick up the pieces, showing cracks in the group's unity. Backstage, Michael Cole checks in with the nation, and Dio Brown insists everything is fine, stating that while it may be tough love, there's still respect within the group. And now, the main event. Mark Mero and Goldust with one of Ashana at ringside versus Cactus Jack and Terry Funk. Cactus and Funk get a huge reaction as they brawl with Mero and Goldust. Goldust tries to counter with his technical skill, and Mero gets involved in the exchanges, but distractions from Sable and Tuna causes confusion. The Hardcore Legends finish the match with a series of brutal moves, and Funk pinning Goldust to secure the win. The segment blends hardcore action, storyline and drama, leaving the fans buzzing out to close the show. In this episode, we had Austin reminding everyone that lawsuits, egos, and Mike Tyson won't stop him on the road to WrestleMania. Mark Mero's jealousy pushing the Sable storyline to an uncomfortable new level. Cracks growing within the Nation of Domination as the Rock's ego grows, and hardcore chaos closing the show with Cactus Jack and Terry Funk standing tall. WrestleMania 14 is getting closer, and everything is starting to collide. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more classic WWF reviews. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you at ringside.